Alright guys, so this is the third video in my series on replacing the, cleaning the rust out of my window channel in my 1965 Delta 88. Today I went ahead and bought all the things we're going to need, with the exception of a few items that I know I already have. I got everything for around $60-70 total, but a lot of that was the cost of the actual urethane. It was very expensive, much more expensive than I anticipated, probably because I bought it from an auto parts store instead of ordering it online. Unfortunately, the good weather is on its way out, and I don't have time to wait to get that stuff in order, so I went ahead and just got it. And if you don't use both tubes, that's fine, but the service manual actually called for 2 tubes of the urethane, so this is what we've got here. I'm following the procedure in the body service manual. This is a factory, Oldsmobile service manual for this car. So we're following the procedure in this manual as closely as possible to make sure we do this right. I know other people have their ways of doing it, but I believe that they wrote this way for a reason, and that's the way I'm going to do it. So what we've got here is a spray bottle for the vinegar water solution. Obviously, that'll just so I can spray it on there because I didn't have one. This is the urethane sealer that I'll be using. It's the 3M window weld super fast urethane. It says OEM strength on it. There's the part number. I got this from AutoZone. It was about $25, a little over $25 per thing. So that was the majority of the cost for this project, was just these 2 things of window caulking. But if I end up not needing one of these, then I can return it, and that's $25 back in my pocket. We've got Rust-Oleum. This is a rusty metal primer. I am going to clean the metal up as best I can, and I'm hoping to not have any, I'm not going to be spraying this on rusty metal, but this does have a rust inhibitor in it, and rather than spray the rust inhibitor, which I did find at AutoZone as well, it's Permatex rust inhibitor. You can get it for like, I don't remember, I think it was like $10 or something. It was a lot of, it was more than I wanted to pay for it. I figured this already has rust inhibitor in it, and the rust inhibitor takes 24 hours to dry completely on its own. I didn't want to have to risk painting this top coat over the rust inhibitor and having it not adhere properly because I wasn't willing to wait that long. So I'm just going to not get the rust inhibitor. We've got Scotch tape to make our markings on the window, which we're going to do tomorrow before we actually pull the window out, so that we don't have to use the setting blocks, which are required in the manual to properly set the window. So we're going to be making our markings using this, and this is also going to help us prevent making a mess inside the cabin when the excess weather strip scooshes out. We've got this is just something I picked up at AutoZone. It's a toluene-based adhesive cleaner. It's Oops. I cannot attest to how good it is. I'm sure that by the end of this video you'll have an idea of how well it works. This is just to remove any existing adhesive material that's in a channel that isn't cleaned away by the wire brush. We've got 80 grit sandpaper, and this is just for softening any burrs in the metal that after we're finished with the wire wheels, because I know there's going to be quite some deep pits in there that'll need to be sanded down before we lay the fiberglass cloth on top of it. I got a caulking gun, obviously, for the tubes. I think it looks like it's going to work right. The manual said I might have to grind the plunger wheel down to get it to fit inside the tubes, but I'm guessing the tubes may have been a little bit smaller back in the day. Nitrile gloves, because I don't want to get cancer. Scotch-Brite pads, which are going to be used to clean up the metal after we spray it with the vinegar water. And, of course, our wire wheels. I got a cheapo wire wheel kit from Shopko for a couple bucks. This and along with the, oh shoot, what was it? The Hobbyist knife kit came from their bargain tool bin for I got a total like $6, so that wasn't too bad. But yeah, that's everything we're going to need beyond some wire to remove the window. And a friend has that, and then I think that's pretty much it. I think I got everything on my list. So, like I said, this cost me about $70 to get all this stuff, including some of the stuff you don't see here. But we may end up not using one of these tubes. So the next video will start tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching.